What's up, guys? So, wait. Okay, so I have this brilliant idea, right? I'm just gonna record myself and post it. Why not? I mean, like, why not? And just see how that goes, right? So, like, where I work right now, it's been hella slow, but yeah, you guys should just go watch me do nothing. Let me set you up right there. Right. So, how my day has started, right? So last night, I stayed up until 3 o'clock, okay? Because I had to clean up my whole apartment because I have roommates moving in, I think tomorrow. And so I'm all deep cleaning, I'm drinking, you know, like just in the vibe. And I have my cat, and he's just meow, you know? So I'm like, listen, little man, I'm gonna need you to pipe down so I can get this cleaning done. So I'm a little fucked up and all that, right? Anyways, I get the cleaning done, all good, I'm toasty, whatever. Finally, go to bed. I wake up, get dressed, come to work. Well, but you know, I didn't just come to work because I got up in my car and I just got it back from the mechanic, okay? And so I have this issue. I think my car's like going in loop mode or misfiring, whatever, but I wanted to see if it was gonna do it. So I kind of gave it gas, like I kind of floored it a little bit, and of course it like misfired or whatever, so all the things are coming up on the dash. And so I'm like, okay, pull over, get that settled down, and my car is good, but that's an issue. I come to work, I grab my coffee. I'm gonna sponsor Crave, guys. Crave is delicious. I also work there, but it's good, I promise. Oh, so I got my coffee, everything's good. And you know, I don't know, maybe it's the dairy, maybe it's the coffee, but I had to go use the bathroom. Little shit. So I'll pull up over there, I come back and my friend is at my job, mind you. I'm like, who is over here? It's been so slow. I said, wait a second, I think I know this car, but why are you here? You're supposed to be in Panama City riding jet skis. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking and the girl's crying. I'm like, what's going on? Whole ordeal, you know, all that. Mind you, I got this girl who I was on the phone with, just sitting there, right? And I get back and she's still on the phone. I said, oh. And she was like, what took you so long? So, whole story, because she might be a little insecure. So I have to give her a whole story because she doesn't like this friend, whatever. I gotta float my boat, you know, because I'm not trying to deal with that because the bitch already got that attitude. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? And then I'm not worried about her. I'm also not answering her calls right now, you know. So I told her whole story, this and that. And then I was on TikTok, right? And I just got this brilliant idea, like everyone else does. And that's, why not just record myself and post it? Like, we're all nosy. Why not, right? You guys gotta check this out, you know. So why not? Why not? My life's kind of boring, I guess. I'm not boring, I'm pretty fun. But I work here 4 days a week, and then my other job about like 3 days a week. Yeah, I'm here like 11 hours a day. It's pretty chill, you know, like just vibing out here. Like I can show you guys the scenery actually. Say what's up. Okay, actually though. So like, you see, it's not bad. It's a nice little setup, you know. Like, there's my baby over there. So it's not a bad job. And I know you're probably wondering. I know you see the palm trees. So it's Florida. It's also May. Why do I have a jacket on? Well, the true story is we have to wear polos. And I just don't feel like wearing it. I'd rather wear something comfy, you know? Something comfy. I'm right by the beach too, so there's a little breeze. I'm so used to this heat. And I don't have any Oh, there. You see, she's calling me right now. She's typing. She's probably gonna be whatever. So, damn. Oh yeah, my car don't have any AC, so it's like kind of used to the heat, you know. That's why I buzzed my hair, guys. Now it's all growing in. I know it look crazy, but we're gonna get it handled, or I'm gonna let it grow out, and then I'm probably gonna cut it. But yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna hit my neck. Don't tell no one. You know those like banana Laffy Taffies? I don't know, something about like artificial banana just hits the spot, you know. I go crazy for some bananas, no homo though. No homo, but I'm homo but not homo, you know. So yeah. Let's just chill, you know. Like just chill with me, vibe with me. And we're gonna be good. I forgot what I was gonna talk about. I had a whole train of thought and yeah, I got it. So, you know, we all know Instagram came out with the new like photo thing, whatever, right? So I didn't know until the instance, right? So I'm on my phone and I see a notification talking about one of my friends has sent me an instant. I said, what's an instant? So I click and I just, you know, hit accept. And I know, it's like, oh, it's like a Be Real almost, you know. So I'm like, okay, and it was from my friend. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send them back. And I sent some funky looking photos, you know. And didn't think much of it until I got back on Instagram and I saw the, you know, the thing on the side by our DMs. And clicking, I was like, who's this person? I said, wait. And then I noticed that it goes to everyone. So my whole image of who I am decompromised. It's done because of those photos. So it is what it is, you know. But like, damn, you know. I don't know what to do sometimes, you know, with this. You know, I don't know what to do with life. I guess life's great. I'm alive. But just a caffeine and Nick addicted person. Just like everyone else. Maybe a small alcoholism problem. I don't drink all the time because I'm actually out. But like, it's there. You know, it's there. But yeah, so I had to get my car fixed, right? Because I was on my car. I drove out to Milton, and the next day I had stayed the night at someone's house, and the next day I went to go start on my car, but it wouldn't start. It's a push to start, so I pushed it, nothing. I pushed it again, nothing. Like you know, the system came on, like my music and all that, but you know, like nothing. So I'm like, damn, did my car battery die or something? So I had to ask a neighbor to like jump me off, and it didn't jump. So I'm like, what's going on? And we're gonna take a pause, guys. My bad. We are nothing. What was I saying? My car. So yeah, it wasn't starting. From where I live and where my car broke down, hour and a half away. Keep that in mind. So my car's not starting. I'm like, what's wrong with my car? So I'm like, dang, did my starter go out or something like that? So I'm like doing all this redneck shit. So I'm up underneath my car and I have my friend trying to start it. So I'm tapping on my starter, you know, nothing. Well, what's going on? And at that point I was like, man, I tried to call like mechanics nearby, but they couldn't take me in. I was like, I'm gonna have to tow my car. My piece of shit car. I love my car. I hate my car. like, okay. So I called the tow place and get a quote. $400. $400. And I'm not broke, don't get it wrong, I'm broke. But my hours were kind of slow. And I get paid bi-weekly, right? So, and I also have rent because I just bought my place and stuff. So, I'm like, damn. I had literally got paid that day before, and it wasn't much because I barely worked. And I was like, bro, that's gonna take up all my money. So I'm like, I called up a friend, and she didn't have it. I was like, damn, okay. I'll call my mechanic, and he's like, yeah, he told me that I needed to have it towed because if it's not starting, it's, yeah. So I call the tow, finally get my, and he's like, hey, you know, I can try to jump it for you and all that. I was like, okay, sounds good. So he pulls up, here he is. So he comes, he tries to jump it, nothing. And then, oh no, before that, I tried to get back in my car, and my car locked on me. It just locked, it wouldn't let me in. And so I'm pressing the button, nothing's working. Nothing's working. I'm like, what the heck? And you know, I need to put my car in neutral so he can put it on the flatbed. And he's just like, it's just not opening. It's not opening. And I know my key fob isn't dead. So I'm like, what is going on? So I pulled the key out of the key fob, and I'm trying to unlock my door with the key. Nothing. It's not turning. It's not turning. So I go to the other side of my car. There's not a key thing. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I can pop my trunk. Nothing. It's not giving. So I can't even crawl in through my back seat. Now that I think about it, I can't even crawl in my back seat if I wanted to. My seats don't go down. Anyways, so he's like, well, he's like, I can pop it for you. He's like, I can get in your car. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, I can get in your car if you want me to. I'm like, how is he gonna get? I said, how are you gonna do that? He was like, oh, I'm gonna have to bust the window. I said, he's like, no, I'm just playing. He's like, I have the, you know, you guys know, yeah, that thing. And so he pops it open, and we get the hood open, and we're trying to jump it. Nothing. So towed it back. Cost too much money. Got to my mechanic. He gives me a call, and it's my water pump. My water pump went out, and with my car, where my water pump is, it's right behind my timing chain. So I had to do that, and it was just a bunch of stuff I had to do in my car, and all these things, you know. And I just got it back. Hey. So they had my car for like 2 weeks. I got it back 2 days ago. It was the worst 2 weeks of my life, you know. I hate being cooped up. But get the bill, and I mean, it's not that much, but like, it's kind of up there, you know. And I'm still making payments on my car, guys. Like, I've only had my car for 4 months. 4 months. I have to do the timing chain and all that shit. So, you know, it's just life. It's just life. Sometimes you just gotta deal with it and cry about it sometimes, you know. And y'all, like, Florida is, you know, everybody wants to move to Florida, but Florida's kind of ass. Like, you know what you can do in Florida? Find something to eat. I mean, there's the beach and food. Especially where I'm at. I mean, like, unless you go, like, down to Miami, which, I used to live in Miami. It's cool and all, but, like, you know, I think it's just so funny because everyone wants to go to Miami and this and that, and I'm just like, okay? Like, yeah, there's rich people. The chances of you going and getting, like, cooped up by someone rich like that, bro, it's not. 99% of the time, you are not going to be the lucky one. And that's just how it is. And, you know, y'all just find something else to do. Like, there's better cities. It's just, Miami's just rich crackheads, you know? Like, you're literally drug addicts that are all dressed up. Like, you put Coke in a fancy bag, it doesn't make it any better. Right? Just to be shitty Coke. So, you know, like, and like, with my car, I'm not really, like, about all that fancy stuff or anything like that. I like nice things, certain things, like, I like shoes and stuff like that, but, like, I'm not really materialistic in that sense. Like, it doesn't really bother me. You can find good stuff, better quality, just doesn't have that big old name brand on it, you know? But, like, for instance, I drive an Infiniti. I drive a G35. And that gets a lot of hate or whatever, but I like my car. It's a good car. It has a nice little power in it. You know, it's not the most fanciest or the nicest car. It's a little janky right now, but by that time, I'll have it looking nice, you know? So, you know, people want to go after people with all this money and get treated poorly for some cash versus being with someone like who's just chilling in life. And I think that's an issue. It's a really big issue in our economy right now, you know. Hurt people, and I feel like that's the same for our generation. Like, if I were to put a quote on Generation Z, hurt people. Yeah. And it's just a cycle, you know. I used to tell myself, I'm a good person, but, you know, I used to be in these relationships and I'll give so much of myself and just do the most and kind of just want to be loved. Like, I would do anything for love. And now I see myself treating these girls like just awful, but not even awful. It's just, maybe it's not even me, but like, for some reason I find myself in these situations where I get with these women who are very insecure with themselves, and they're not ugly women either. They're beautiful women, but they're so insecure, and it just, I think it rubs me the wrong way, and I'm not fucking with it. And then they're so emotional, and I'm coming from a woman. I understand emotions, but it's okay when they're super emotional about little things, but as soon as I come off with an attitude or anything like that, it's like, fuck you, you know? And then I'm the bad guy because I had an attitude, because it's like, I just keep finding myself in these predicaments, you know? And I'm like, what am I out to do? And then, you know, and then I start not giving a fuck. They're begging me to love you and just do this stuff and saying I'm a piece of shit because I'm so nonchalant and emotionally unavailable, but that's not true. Because in the beginning, I was very emotionally aware and very emotionally tending to, you know. But I'm also not gonna put my own feelings aside and all these things for what? To say I'm the bad guy, or for the other person never to take accountability and just put it on both of us, or just me. It just doesn't make sense to me, you know. And I think that's another issue. Like, women right now, like, a lot of them are like that, versus being very much level-headed and just understanding. I'm not saying to put up the bullshit, but like, I feel like this generation is having such an issue with taking accountability for themselves. Or, like, I don't say we're sensitive because as a collective, everyone's been through shit. So, and it doesn't help with our world right now. It's just shit. And I'm not talking for the spoiled ones, I'm talking for us. So, it's a lot. And I don't know if this generation will ever really find that unless you actually get your shit together. Stop being so sensitive and, just treating people how you want to be treated. Like, do you want your partner to be insecure or anything like that towards you? No. So why are you going to be that way towards them? And we all have our pains with that, we all been cheated on. It's... But how are you going to start off a relationship with that lack of trust? That's not how you build a relationship, right? And, it is very much hard trusting people because there's always those ulterior motives, but you have to give people the benefit of the doubt or you will not make those connections. So, if you can't do that, then I think we all need to just stop chasing that love because we're not going to find it. But anyways, it got kind of deep there for a second, guys. But other than that, life is good. Clearly. It's so slow. It's such a nice day, but it's so slow. Like, where's my paper? I need some moolah, Sometimes I feel like the world is gonna end before we even make it to our 30s. Like, I just have this impending sense of doom that it's just, I don't know. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Who knows? There's just so much going on. So much going on and not enough attention to it. I can get into a lot of stuff. You know what I hate though? Like, I'll bring up something that's going on in the world, like the Jeffrey